On the left-hand side is where you can see the shrine. Now, the Shrine of Remembrance, to remember those who died during the First World War, completed in 1934, and now, of course, it represents people in other wars as well. It was designed so that at 11 o'clock on the 11th day of the 11th month, Armistice Day, Remembrance Day, the sun will shine through a hole that lights up the Stone of Remembrance. And unfortunately, they didn't take into consideration daylight savings.
Welcome to the Shrine of Remembrance.
So as we left the Shrine of Remembrance, we headed over to the Fitzroy Gardens, where there was a beautiful conservatory. We had an opportunity to take some pictures in a beautiful environment, even one of our crazy poses. It was a beautiful day, except for a few raindrops that came our way. We picked up a red Ford Falcon with the driver's side on the shotgun seat. We headed to the Yarra Valley to visit a winery. We stopped for a sampling with some bruschetta. Afterwards, we headed down the coast to see the 12 Apostles.
Wears away at the cliff.
Yep.
And it starts going around and it ends up making one of those arches. And then the arch eventually falls, leaving an apostle.
An apostle. So this all was a cliff. And then it just eroded away.
Yes. And it erodes away yearly.
It's amazing. It's amazing. All that you can do. It's amazing.
Now this is a totally wild experience. Hundreds of little penguins coming ashore after a hard day's fishing and waddling up the beach to the safety of their burrows. Welcome to the Phillip Island Penguin Parade.
Stewart's Well, that's where we're looking at stopping at the camel farm.
Yeah.
Uluru rock. The red rock, as the sun sets, they say that it changes colors.
They did this to music, and this one would go, and that one go, and all of them would go, or
They would take their
the burner.
secondary burner.
Now I own it. Nobody else.
Oh, so you don't know me.
This is what we're going to do. We're conducting a test, not of the emergency broadcast system, but to see if water actually does swirl
opposite from back home in Australia because we're south of the equator. So I'm conducting a test, and we are now going to test this theory to see which way it goes. How are we going to test the water swirling backwards when the toilet only flushes down and does not swirl?
Because this is a gravity toilet, not a flush toilet.
Right, so how can we test this theory of backwards?
We need to find a non-gravity toilet.
Well, I found a solution.
What?
Let's go to the bathroom and check. So here's our bathroom. And here's one of the sinks. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait for Lisa.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. What are we going to do?
Going to turn the water in the sink. Going to fill it up.
Okay.
Then we're going to pull the plug on the bottom.
Okay.
And it has to swirl, right?
Okay. Okay, it's going to overflow.
Okay. Would you like to do the honors? Because I don't want to get my hand wet. Now, it should go counterclockwise because at home it goes clockwise. Pull.
It goes down.
Oh, it swirled counterclockwise. Did you see that? I saw it. Did you see it?
I saw it.
It's true then. So we can now say that it is true that water swirls backwards when you're south of the equator. Thank you for joining us this evening. Be sure to tune in with us next time when we discover something else. Good night.
We get a little bit closer to Katajuta. The rain is actually a bit further out. Katajuta being off to our right there, looking very nice with the sun on it. So hopefully we'll get a good sunset here. Looks like that little downpour did happen here and it's moved on. Very wet on the right hand side of the road there. Look at that. Now that great big one in front of us there is Mount Olga. It's 546 metres above the ground compared to 348 for Uluru. And if you look to the left of Mount Olga, you'll see some little ants walking along there. So that's the path that leads up into Walper Gorge. So people doing the walk up there now. There's Katajuta. Do any of you watch The Simpsons? Yeah, there's Homer lying down. See his feet at the left hand side, then his shins, then his tummy. He's just missing the can of duff on top. And his lips, and his forehead. Yeah, Homer. Having a rest.
Okay, so this is supposed to be Homer Simpson, huh? Yep. Come on over here. Down over here is the gorge. That's all I know that it's called. But we're not allowed to proceed that far because it says do not proceed beyond this point. Or else you get your head chopped off by the little Aboriginal people. Figure out the Zoom thing?
Yep.
All right.
The next day.
Find any toilets around here. Double do. maybe just see how steep it is. Take a bit of a climb up the bottom there. Up Chicken Rock. Take your photos. Look out for the others, and hopefully we'll have everyone back so that we can get away at 9:30.
It's a big rock.
The guy on the left doesn't look like a...
Alright, let's see what it looks like outside with good old Larry coming. Okay, well, it looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit, which is not necessarily a good sign. That means that it is the calm before the storm. But look at these mountains. We're hoping to go here tomorrow, but because of the impending storm, don't think we're going to be able to make it. I think they've already canceled all tours for tomorrow.
I'm ready for more wine.
Are you?
Oh, we have to have a hurricane here again.
It's not a hurricane, it's a cyclone.
And the difference between the two is just the direction that they travel in.
Now this used to be a post office. I think on one of the signs it says Old Post. What does that one say there? That used to be the old telegraph office. It's now a shopping mall. Birds chirping. Mountains are beautiful.
Yeah, but it looks like with the clouds coming out, it almost looks like smoke coming out of a volcano, you know?
Yeah, it kind of does. And there's Macker's, the U.S. Embassy.
That's a bat.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
It is a bat. Oh my God. Weird.
A couple some more. Those are the bats. And they said there's hundreds of them living in the trees.
Really?
And as we were driving down, because like if you really look closely, you can see them all hanging. But here comes a whole thing of bats.
Where?
Right there. cream roll?
Yeah.
You really are back to that this year.
Alright.
Oh wow, that one's like coming right close. They're all coming over the casino.
Freaky, man. Freaky. There it is. Oh, 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 it's hanging upside down. Right on the tree.
How are we going to turn that into a piano? Cornfield. What are we going to call it?
Cyclone decades getting stronger and heading for the coast. Full coverage from Cairns until even colours live at the Weather Bureau.
Okay, it's about 6:15 in the morning. We were just informed by the hotel staff that the cyclone is getting a lot more dangerous, and they're asking everybody on the 9th floor, which is the floor that we're on, to evacuate and head down to the ballroom. We really don't want to go, but hey, it's Cyclone Larry, and I think we have to go. Don't know how bad the storm is because we only get one channel on the television, and it's BBC World. No information on Cyclone Larry.
Mission Beach between 7 and 9 tomorrow morning. Winds of up to 280 kilometres an hour are likely near the centre, and dangerous storm tides are expected between Townsville and Cairns. The Weather Bureau says the cyclone poses a very serious threat to life and property between Ingham and Port Douglas. People should stay calm and remain in a secure shelter above the expected water level while the destructive winds continue. People in the warning area should stay tuned to their radio for the latest details throughout the night.
So they woke us up at 6 o'clock today, and they said that there was a storm. It was getting worse. Winds are blowing.
We went back and brought up another room in the hotel on the other side of the hotel, which was a lot safer.
A national appeal has been set up if you'd like to help. The hotline is 1-800-150-411. Donations can also be made at any branch of the Commonwealth Bank.
Australia, right? And we just landed here on a little prop plane, and it is a little island. As you can see, I'm talking Aussie because we're in the outback. Actually, we're on an island, not in the outback. We did a little snorkeling out here. It was beautiful, looking at all the live coral. Picked up a few dead coral that were strewn along this little beach here, whose only inhabitants are these little birds. Obviously there's no food here, so they don't last very long on this little island. But this is a little prop plane we came up with these two guys from our tour. And Lisa's now talking with the captain. I rode shotgun on the way up, and I'm not sure who's going to ride on the way back. It doesn't really bother me. I've got my dream in a lifetime. This is another world wonder checked off, the Great Barrier Reef of Australia. Hey, matey. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. No worries, mate.
No worries, mate.
See the Great Barrier Reef.
We did. Awesome, mate. On the biplane, the Cairns seaplane, flew in, did a little snorkeling, did a little of this, did a little of that. We're packing up.
Got some shells.
Got some shells. Loading up the plane, the by wing, so we can catch our bus and head on down to Sydney. Mate?
No worries, mate.
No worries, mate.
Look at old wing load.
Just finished our little snorkel, then we're back on the by wing. And we're about ready to take off. We're going to see Green Island. Then head on back to Cairns, where we can take the bus back to our hotel so we can head on off to Sydney. It's been an awesome experience. We're ready. We're ready for takeoff, Captain. Well, here we are at the Sydney Opera House with the bridge. Well, here we are at the Sydney Opera House here in Sydney, Australia. Another stop for us. There's the bridge. There's a bridge walk across the, not the Golden Gate Bridge, not the Opera House Bridge. What kind of bridge is it called? Anybody know?
Which bridge?
That bridge.
Sydney Bridge.
Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Another view of the Opera House. The Sydney Opera House. And the bridge. We're here in Sydney, Australia. It's hard to believe. We're here at Mrs. McGuire's chair, somewhere up here.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, are you watching the ships come in?
Big tower up there on the right hand side as we make our way around. The Sydney Tower, completed in 1981, and it's about 305 metres or 1,000 feet, the tower itself, plus another 30 metre spire or 98 foot spire. There's a water tank up the top there that holds about 162,000 litres of water or 35,500 gallons. And that helps balance it there, acts as a bit of a stabiliser in those very high windy days. And the cables that you can see there's about 1,474 stairs to get up to the top. I think I'd take the lift. That only takes about 40 seconds. Also, if you look on the left, you can see our coat of arms there. Remember we were talking about the coat of arms, the kangaroo and the emu there? Neither of the animals move backwards as a sign of Australia only ever moving forwards, and of course being the only country that eat our coat of arms.
Here at the Opera House.
You took my seat last.
And head over to the
Pan over, pan over.
zoom in a little slow. Yeah. Hippity hoppity, there he goes! I think that's an emu. That's a roo, an emu. Weird ass bird. Hey! Hola! ¿Cómo está?
You're very soft. Here comes Steven going to the roos.
This is my buddy Rooster. This is
Rooster?
Rooster. I'm gonna adopt him and take him home.
Okay.
Not loud, of course, just the skin.
Okay.
Watch out for the dome.
Look at the kangaroo.
Which one's the roo?
Over there.
Hoppity hoppity, whoa!
Did you get him hopping?
Yeah, he almost ran me over. Reach under there and grab his pouch.
I don't think so.
Stick your hand in it.
I don't think so.
Hey!
Buddy? Hey, little boy. Little buddy.
And here are the fairy penguins. Merrily ferrily. Wait a minute. Big penguin? Oh. Look at the penguins. Hey, pengies. Boy, you're all dressed up nice and fancy today. Where are you going in that tuxedo of yours?
They're going to the wedding.
They must be. They're all dressed up to the nines. And actually, there are 9 penguins there. They are dressed up to the nines.
But you're missing the 4 up top.
Well, they're only dressed to the 4s. But they're all dressed up in their fancy tuxedos. Did you know that goannas like to climb trees? If you look up, you might just see one.
I see one right here.
I don't see one. There one is. Ooh, eeky freaky. We are at the Three Sisters, but they've also gone out to lunch because we don't see them anywhere. You can see it's a pretty nice valley. There's a waterfall over there. Can't see it, but it's somewhere over there. We're pretty much in the clouds. We're really high up. As you can see, there's clouds right in front of us, and you can see them move. Here we go.
You can't see the kitchen. Over there?
That's a straight ahead line.
Straight ahead, well it is. Pardon? Oh, it's beautiful. Even half an hour ago it was a beautiful clear view. You're just changing all the time. What about my sunglasses? Where are you checking from?
Florida in the U.S.
Well, are you going back down the mountain today? Are you with a group? Are you with a tour group? As you go down to the other villages, there is lookouts there that won't have the mist because they're lower. Were they? Yeah, where did this rain?
Wow, okay, where are the Three Sisters? No. Okay, well.
And the waterfall's there.
Where's the waterfall?
Just right there.
We got waterfall. It's actually very nice.
Τα φάγκα να σκορπάς, βρε σαν χορεύω, παλαμάκια να χτυπάς. Αν αγαπάς, αν αγαπάς, βρε σαν χορεύω, παλαμάκια να χτυπάς. Αν αγαπάς, και με δάκρυα ποτάμια το ποτίσαμε. Πρωί γυρίζαμε τα τρεχανίδια όλα. Ο Νικόλας ο ψαράς στη στεριά. Έτσι. Yeah!